guys, okay. Right, so today we're going to do some work on the Cordyline, which is there. So what basically happened here is when we got the house originally, the Cordylines were way up. They were like, 10-15 foot up in the air. They were huge, on a multi-stem, and they flowered and branched off into various places, and they looked fabulous. There was one there. There was one there which was way up. You can just see the one there, the dark bit at the top there. That was another one as well. And they are hardy. They are hardy to about, -15. But what generally tends to happen is then over winter, obviously the higher they get, the more harder they are to protect. So I think it was like a really wet period of time over winter. There we go. Period of time over winter, and then it froze and it snowed, and so the inside got basically died off, and then that was it. So all the fronds started dropping onto the floor, and it was soul destroying, because instantly you lose that height. They were well beyond the gutters there, and so last year they started sprouting again, and within a year and a half or so they've grown, maybe 2 years now, they've grown about 5, touching on 6 foot, which is great. So they're all multi-stemmed, but what happens is all the growth at the bottom there looks a bit crappy, and once they start dying off a little bit, it's time to, well, you can leave it, like I say, but I like to get in there and just sort of strip it a little bit. So that's what we're going to do today. We're just going to tidy up that area. I've done a little bit of prep work first, taking the barbecue out of the way, and I've got a wood saw there which a friend gave me, and my tools and stuff like that. So I've just moved up the area so I can get in there. So let's crack on. So I'll just set this up first, so you can see what I'm doing. Now, all this old growth here just pulls off. Like so. So what you're left with then is this nice trunk. Okay, so on this one there must be half a dozen shoots up there. So what I might take 1 or 2 out and leave the strongest ones to sort of fend for themselves, or we'll see how it looks. I'll strip it all back, and then we'll see how that looks then. Let's set this back up here. Make sure we're in the right place here. So one thing I want to say about gardening is you don't have to look good. You don't have to put makeup on. You don't have to put your best clothes on. You don't have to look good for anyone. You can just put your shitty gear on. I put a fleecy on. Whatever this is called. This is sort of off the cuff. This is body warmer. That's the word. Or pair of scruffy pants, work boots, and I use the same thing as what I do to walk the dogs, what I go to work in, and but I'm comfortable in it, and I can get dirty, and it makes no difference. Like I say, I'm quite comfortable with that, and that's the nice thing about gardening. So for this, all we need is got some gloves. Got a saw there just in case I need to hack into any of the growth. But like I say, some of it might be rotten, so it might just come away. And that's it. And the other thing, I've got my bin there and my sort of gorilla tub, and then any leftover stuff, any waste that will come off, which there should be quite a bit, will just go straight into the green bin then. Okay, so I'm just going to put Sounds of the 70s on. I say it's always good to listen to music even when doing something like this, and I'll speed the camera up and we'll see how it looks. Okay. Okay, that's fit as what I thought it was. Sure, that's right, there we go. So you can see now that basically, I'll clear all this out in a minute so you can get a better look. So all these trunks are forming quite strong now. What have we got there? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 6. There's a little one at the end there, which it might be okay. I don't know. I've taken a few stumps down that were basically rotted away now, and I'll just use those for the log burner. But that looks great. It's quite addictive. And like I say, they just pull down like that. And they're a height now. If there was a frost, or if I was worried about them, I would just put like a horticultural fleece around it, and they'd be okay. Then basically just wrap it all round and pin it. But they look great. Fabulous. There you go. I say, might be able to get that stump out. I might be able to give it a saw through. And when it happened a few years ago, it was hard work taking them down. Really hard work. But like I say, they might have rotted enough now to just saw them through. So, right, technology. Right, so I'll clear it all up, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, right, so that's done. That's that's another job done. I think it looks fantastic. Like I say, all the top growth. Good thing about Cordylines is they grow from the top. You can see all these new shoots here, all this is new growth, and they'll just keep growing throughout the season. And like I say, there's one little one there which I'm not too sure about that really one, but it's not doing any harm. So if it grows, it grows. And then you can see all the, there we go, you can see all the growth, the stumps then, and all the whatever these are called. It's yeah, and they look great. It gives it that sort of palm tree effect. You know, let's say the sad thing about it was originally they were the trunks, that's the word. The trunks were, you know, 8, 10, 12 foot up in the air. So, but hopefully it'll come back. Hopefully it'll come back. So next time out I'll do that one down there, and the one at the back of the man cave is gone, unfortunately. So I didn't let that grow back. We'll see how that one grows up, how that one cleans up. That one's for the in the herbaceous border. As I say, I've got to cut a few bits back beyond that as well. The holly and the laurel there needs cutting back as well. So we'll do that another time. Okay, let's put that back on. There we go. Right, I'll leave it there. Have a nice weekend.